It's photo day, and what does that mean? The Airbnb is done. We're going to take photos today and we're ready to go live. So the day's finally come. We are done, all done with the remodel, the furnishing, today's photo day. And as soon as we get photos, the Airbnb is gonna go live. And it took a couple of months, and I think it turned out really nice. There's a couple things I wish I would have done or would have known in hindsight, and gonna give you a little tour. And then once we get it live, we're gonna do a case study in terms of the numbers. And the one thing that I'm really curious about is what the numbers look like in the summertime. I know it's a home run during the fall, winter, and spring, but again, a lot of people are telling me during the summer months we're still going to be occupied about 50% of the time. So curious as to that, and going to show you the numbers in terms of the case study, whether or not it's worth doing the Airbnb versus a long-term rental versus a short-term rental. One of the upgrades and things that we did is we put in a Vivint security system. It's got the keypad and then the doorbell where we can talk to people and then remotely access the key entry. We're going to give them a key access, but for whatever reason, if they're having problems, we can do everything remotely from our phone. And then there's the control panel right there as you walk in. So we're walking in the front, and we did all new tile, and then I put in tile baseboards throughout. I like that just because when you're mopping, a lot of times we're going to be cleaning regularly, and a lot of times when you're mopping, if you put in wood baseboards, it stains the baseboard. So I like tile. And as we walk in here, this is the first, this is bedroom number 3. It's the smallest bedroom right when you walk in. And the furnishings that we got, a lot of the stuff we got right from Wayfair, and they had some really good sales. And the furniture was actually pretty easy to put together. So Wayfair, and then another thing that we did here is we put in a barn door. So we furred the wall out a little bit, and then we put in this barn door. And one of the issues I had right here is the rollers were hitting that vent. So I flipped the bolts around. And once I flipped the bolts around, the vent, the slider no longer hit the vent. So figured that out, had to kind of retrofit it, but it worked and turned out really good. So that's the bedroom when you walk in, and then we're gonna check out the kitchen. So we did all new countertops, cabinets, we got everything redone, so custom cabinets. And then outside the kitchen area, there's a little patio. Got a nice little table out there. Again, we got that one from Wayfair. Put in a brand new stainless fridge. And the fridge that we put in, I did a counter-depth fridge just so it would not occupy more space inside the kitchen. So did a counter-depth there. Zoom back here. So I think the kitchen turned out really good. And the countertops, we went with quartz for the countertops. And then walking in, this is the little kitchen area, little dining room table. And TV, I put in sound bars just to make things easier rather than put in a receiver and make for more difficulty in terms of working the TV. We just put in a sound bar. And then the one thing that we did not get on Wayfair were the couches. We got those at Ashley's Furniture, but everything else we got at Wayfair, and had it all shipped and then just put it all together. Walking down the hall here, we got the laundry room. And one of the big mistakes that I made is we saved the water heater, and once I installed it, it started leaking, and it looked brand new because it was inside, but it was over 20 years old. So we just decided to replace the water heater just so we don't have any issues, because we had a water leak, and luckily I caught it in time. It would have created a major mess. And so this is bedroom number 2 right here. As you can see, same bed, went with Wayfair. And we put in the little throw rugs underneath the beds. And now walking back, this is the Jack and Jill bath right here that goes into bedroom number 3. And did all new tile in the shower. And I saved the glass from when we remodeled or when we did the demo, and then I took it down to a glass company and I had them cut it because the height was taller and these cabinets were a little bit, the width was a little bit less, so saved us quite a bit of money, probably about $400. I took the glass down and got it cut and then reinstalled the glass. And walking back to this is the master bedroom. And again, we did a throw rug underneath the bed. So we've got a twin bed, a queen bed, and a king size bed in the master. And then again, we put 2 TVs, one in the master and one out in the living room, and did a sound bar in here as well, just to make things easier for the guests. And then walking into the master, the one thing that we did not remodel was the master shower here. We left that alone. And one of the big mistakes that I made, I don't know if you can see it, and we didn't see it, I didn't catch it, but once the painters came in and painted, we started to get some bubbling, and the whole master bath was wallpapered, and we did not realize it. And had I known, we would have taken the wallpaper down and retextured. But again, that's the one hindsight and one thing that I wish I would have known, because after the fact, everything was done, it would just create a big mess. So at some point, maybe when we redo this master shower, we might take the wallpaper down and retexture and redo. So in hindsight, that's the one thing that I wish I would have done differently and wish I would have known. And the same thing in the master closet here. It's all wallpaper and it's all a smooth finish, and I should have caught it and I didn't. So again, that's it. I think that turned out really, really good. The photographer's getting ready to show up here, and we got it all staged and ready to go. And then if we go in the backyard here, clean things up and just kept things super simple. As far as the backyard, we got a grill and then a little table for the back here. So we are ready to go, and again, a lot of hard work over the last couple months. But it turned out really, really nice. We're going to do a case study and document the numbers. And we've got a lot of rentals. We've never done a short-term Airbnb rental. Been always curious and intrigued by it all. I've worked with quite a few clients that have bought homes for Airbnbs. And I've got some realtor friends and investor friends that have done Airbnbs. And the one thing that they tell me is during the summer months, they actually do pretty well, that they're occupied about half of the time during the hotter months, June, July, and August and through September. So that's what I'm really curious about, because if we can be occupied at least half of the time during the summer, it's definitely a home run. October through April, it's going to be booked the majority of the time. So we're going to show our numbers. We just went live and we've already got some bookings for May coming up. So we're excited to see what's going to go on. But we know the fixed and the variable cost side to our expenses, which I'm going to go over right now. So in this townhome, there's just electric and water. There's no gas. So I think on average, being conservative, we're going to be at about maybe $150 a month. And then the HOA dues, $90 a month. And then I put in a security where we can monitor everything right from our phone to get key access, and even the thermostat, which will definitely help control costs, because when people leave, we can shut it down, and then we also can control it to make sure that they're not abusing
using the air conditioning, so we can put in a range and they can't turn it down super low and freeze themselves out. So the security system's $48 a month, and then cable and internet. We did Cox cable and internet. We put in high speed, we paid for the higher service just because we've got wireless TV access to the cable, so we didn't have to run a bunch of wires. And then insurance and property taxes, $199 a month. So we've got utilities and electric, $150. We've got HOA dues, $90. We've got security system, $48 a month. Cable and internet, $120 a month. And then insurance and property taxes right at $199 a month. So our total fixed and variable costs are going to be about $607.17 a month. And then again, in terms of what we're going to bring in from a revenue side, we will see. I've got the link right up here where you can go view and check out our listing. And we're going to charge during the summer, we're going to bring it down to $150 a night. And then I think upwards in the peak season, we can get upwards to $200 a night. But I'm learning the back end of the Airbnb. And the one thing that you can do is you can put in smart pricing, and it prices a lot like a hotel based on demand. It then increases or decreases the price based on your bookings and the demand. So I'm playing around with that to understand the pricing model. But again, as we progress and get it rented out here, we're going to show the numbers and show you what it looks like from a financial standpoint to see whether or not it makes sense or not, and what the additional income will be when you compare a short-term rental versus a long-term rental. But my guess, running the numbers on an Excel spreadsheet, my guess is our net income at the end of the day is going to be anywhere from $25,000 to $30,000 more per year doing the Airbnb versus doing the longer term rental. So again, case study, time will tell, and we'll keep you posted as we go. If you use us to buy or sell a home here in Tucson, Arizona, we've got a free moving truck that you can use. And even after the fact down the road, if you ever need to move appliances or furniture, you're more than welcome to use our moving truck. Hey, thanks for watching this video on Tucson Airbnb and our case study. Do me a huge favor and give me an internet high five by liking this video. If you have any questions or comments, you can go ahead and comment below. And anytime a new video comes out, you can go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and we're going to be doing more videos on this Airbnb case study so you can follow it. In the meantime, make it a great day.